This is Angela. No, wait, this is Angela, version 2.0. Think of her as Angela after a power-up, or maybe after a quick stop at a fast food joint. Remember her from the original Silent Hill 2? If you've played it anytime in the last 23 years, you can't forget her. She's one of the most tragic and complex characters in the game. But who really is Angela, and does her new look in the remake do her justice? Let's dig in and find out. First, let's talk appearance. According to the making of Silent Hill 2, Angela was supposed to be 17 years old, which is one of the arguments of those who defend the new design, which definitely makes her appear younger. But the final age given in the Book of Lost Memories and the official website is 19. The design team of the original game wanted Angela to look older and chose an older voice actor. Donna Burke was around 40 when she voiced Angela. Still, many first-time players mistake her for being older than 19. Her name, borrowed from Sandra Bullock in the movie The Net, is also a religious name derived from angel, an angel in a damned town. How fitting, right? But yeah, definitely the old design goes more in the direction of older than 19 years old, and the new in the direction of younger. Now let's move to the story. Angela's character arc in the game can be summed up in 4 moments. First moment, the graveyard encounter. Here, she is the first human character we meet. Pay attention to the fog. Normally, it swirls and shifts, creating a mysterious and tense atmosphere. But in the graveyard scene in the remake, it looks strangely plain, almost as if someone forgot to turn on the fog machine. This dynamic fog usually serves as a visual hallmark and enhances gameplay, hiding horrors while giving you just enough of a glimpse to keep you on edge. In other words, the scene is too bright, which detracts from the horror element. Angela arrives at the cemetery on the outskirts of Silent Hill, looking for her father and brother. Instead, she accidentally startles James Sunderland, a lost older man on his way to Silent Hill. Though timid and anxious, Angela helps him navigate towards the town, but suddenly warns him about the dangers of the area, insisting he should stay away for his own good. Her frantic attempts to explain the town's dangers reveal her distress and troubled state. She tells James she's looking for her mama, then corrects herself, saying, "I mean my mother." This scene gives us a glimpse into her deeply troubled psyche. Second moment, Blue Creek Apartments. In the trailer of the remake, we only get a glimpse of this scene, but it's powerful. Angela lies on the floor of room 109, staring blankly at her knife, contemplating suicide. The room is dark, with an unusually large mirror reflecting her despair. James tries to talk her out of it, saying there's always another way, but Angela, with a haunting mix of resignation and bitterness, tells him they both deserve to die. When James claims he's not like her, she teasingly asks if he's afraid of death, then quickly apologizes. This scene is a chilling reminder of her deep psychological scars. Third moment, James finds Angela in a state of catatonia, cowering from a monstrous version of her father known as Abstract Daddy. This creature is a grotesque manifestation of her trauma. In the trailer of the remake, we catch a glimpse of this horrifying figure, which looks well executed and true to the original vision. The room's flesh-lined walls and thrusting metallic pistons are disturbingly evocative of Angela's abuse. After James defeats the creature, Angela violently lashes out at it, showcasing her pent-up rage and trauma. Finally, the fourth moment, Angela's last stand at the burning staircase in the Lakeview Hotel. We don't see it in the trailer. This scene is heart-wrenching. Initially confusing James for her mother, Angela quickly snaps out of her delusion and apologizes. She thanks James for saving her, but wishes he had left her to die. Angela sarcastically asks if James would love her, care for her, and take away her pain. When he can't answer, she asks for her knife back, which James refuses. Angela turns to ascend the burning staircase, remarking, "For me, it's always like this," before disappearing into the flames, a tragic end to her tormented journey. It is a story of unresolved trauma, which can be summed up as a confrontation with the abyss. A message found in the game reads, "He who is not bold enough to be stared at from across the abyss is not bold enough to stare into it himself. The truth can only be learned by marching forward." This echoes Nietzsche's famous quote, "He who fights with monsters should be careful lest he thereby become a monster, and if you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will gaze back into you." It's a powerful reminder of the dangers of becoming consumed by the darkness you fight against. Deep down, Angela feels like a hideous, disgusting shell of her former self. In the novelization of the game, we learn that she avoids mirrors because they remind her of her trauma. This self-loathing is intensified by her knowledge that she shares her father's DNA, amplifying her negative feelings towards her own body, which represents the abyss. Angela's tragic story contrasts sharply with another character, Eddie. While Eddie lashes out at others, Angela directs her pain inward, unable to cope with life anymore. Her final act of walking into the flames is a powerful, albeit tragic, statement of her inability to escape her torment. So does the new design of Angela fit the story? My first reaction to Angela's new character model and animations was disappointment. The graphics, expected to be PS5 level, look more like late PS3 era. Her new look aims to reflect her young age, but something feels off. The voice acting lacks the emotional depth of the original. The original game brought a unique charm that seems missing in the remake. The fog and the knife scene are not convincing. And then there's the shadow of woke capitalism. In the original game, Maria's sexualization was deliberate, adding to her complexity. The new outfit in the remake, especially the jacket, seems to have been designed with an eye towards political correctness. It's as if the developers were more focused on marketing to a modern, woke capitalist audience, rather than staying true to the character's original intent. Carl Rhodes discusses this in terms of how corporate structures often use social justice causes as a form of advertising, aiming to appeal to sociopolitical standpoints rather than the essence of the character. This is why changes in Angela and Maria's design have sparked controversy among fans. These alterations seem to be made more for the sake of aligning with modern advertising strategies and corporate image, rather than preserving or expanding the depth and psychological complexity of the character. It's as if the developers prioritized political correctness rather than staying true to the original narrative and artistic intent. Despite the flaws, I remain cautiously optimistic. I want this game to succeed and be engaging. But as a Silent Hill fan, I'm ready to support and critique in equal measure. After all, the journey of a Silent Hill fan has always been one of navigating highs and lows with the hope that the series can reclaim its former glory. So, what do you think? Which look fits Angela's story better? If you've read Walter Benjamin, you'd know that the uniqueness and authenticity of an artwork are tied to its presence in time and space. A remake inevitably challenges the original's aura, but they should be done for artistic rather than political purposes. What new insights could an aesthetic change like this bring to Angela's character? Let's discuss in the comments below. Thanks for watching and happy mindful gaming until next video.